What's up, Packers fans? It's Aaron Nagler with Cheesehead TV with my 2021 season prediction. That's right, it's time. The Packers are back on the practice field. Hope you guys had a great Labor Day, but let's get to football. Look, the Packers are undoubtedly one of the favorites in the NFC to get to the Super Bowl. I have no question this team is a Super Bowl contender. Are there issues? Are there things that could pop up and give them trouble throughout this season? Of course there are. I'm not going to tell you guys anything you don't already know, whether it's the youth along the offensive line, whether it's the secondary maybe not gelling as fast as you'd like them to, or the defensive front getting after quarterbacks the way they're expected to. This is a team that's going to be better than the team they're facing more often than not. And heading into the season, barring major injuries, and that's always the caveat, there's zero question in my mind that this team will win at least 12 games. I've actually got them at 13-4. How do I get there? I'm glad you asked. Let's take a look, shall we? Let's go game by game. Let's start with this Saints game. Down in Jacksonville, look, this is a huge break for the Packers. The fact that Aaron Rodgers will undoubtedly be able to use his hard count in a way he wouldn't have been able to had they been in the Superdome. Yes, there will undoubtedly be Saints fans in attendance. I expect Packers Nation to show up en masse, so to speak. I'm not saying it's going to be a friendly environment, but it certainly won't be the Superdome. This is a big advantage for Aaron Rodgers in the offense. I think they're going to walk up and down the field, score a ton of points, and win this one. In week 2, you got the Lions in the home opener. I mean, come on, who's worried about the Lions? They're not going to be a very good football team this year. They'll undoubtedly give the Packers a bit of trouble, but they'll still win this game. Home opener, 2-0. And then week 3, primetime, out in San Francisco. I do expect this to be the Packers' first loss of the year. There's no doubt in my mind that Elton Jenkins is going to play above and beyond at left tackle. But Bosa gave David Bakhtiari problems when he was healthy, and I expect him to get Elton Jenkins some issues as well. I'm not saying that's going to be the totality of the game, obviously, but I do think Kyle Shanahan's going to have a lot of fun mixing and matching personnel with the Packers' new defensive coordinator, Joe Barry. It's going to give him all sorts of problems. And I think Aaron Rodgers in against that pass rush is going to have issues. Young guys up front, no question in my mind that this is probably going to be their first loss of the season. Moving on from that, I got the Steelers game at home going to the Packers, but only just. Hey, maybe TJ Watt will still be holding out by then. I kid. I don't think that's going to have a monster amount to play with it because of the fact that, Aaron Rodgers can use his cadence at home and the tackles don't have to look inside and they're able to keep their head up and know when a guy is coming off the ball, etc. I do think the Steelers will be a little bit better than they showed down the stretch last year, but this at home, give me the Packers in this one. After that, I've got 4 games the Packers should win. At the Bengals, at Chicago, home against Washington in the throwback game, and then, yes, at Arizona. I do think that's going to be a tough game, but I do think the Packers win it. Setting up for their next loss of the season at Kansas City in a mid-afternoon game. We've been robbed of Rodgers versus Mahomes before. Hopefully that sticks this time. I do think it's going to be a shootout, but I do think the home team comes away with that one. Back at home against Seattle, the Packers are victorious against Russell Wilson in Lambeau because that's usually how the way these things work out. Then at Minnesota is their next toe stub, so to speak. I think Minnesota's defense is going to be much better than last year, and they certainly showed last season that they know they got to run Cook. They got to take the ball out of Kirk Cousins' hands. Not saying that'll be the exact formula this time around, but it'll be pretty similar, and I expect the Packers to drop one in Minnesota. And then they come back against the Rams, and I'm really hoping David Bakhtiari is back at this point, so we get Elton Jenkins back inside so he can face off against Aaron Donald and show him that last year was no fluke. I got to think Aaron's going to be coming for bear, Donald that is, as well as Aaron Rodgers. I think the Packers outlast the Rams in a high-scoring one at Lambeau heading into the bye week. And then coming out of the bye week against the Bears at home, big win. And then finally going on the road to Baltimore, that's their final loss of the year. Uncommon opponent, lots of unscouted stuff, and Lamar Jackson is just a video game masquerading as a quarterback. He is incredible. I think he's going to run all over the Packers and throw all over them and give them all sorts of issues on the road. But then they're back at home. It's Merry Christmas time as the Packers beat up on the Browns, and I do know the Browns are a very good football team. But Christmas time, Christmas Day in Lambeau, Aaron Rodgers gives us all the present we're looking for. Revenge against the Vikings is up the following week in Lambeau. They make short work of them in the cold. And then wrapping it up in Detroit, probably with the division under their belt, Jordan Love gets the start, stakes them to a victory. At least that's the dream scenario, right? If they're fighting for home field advantage, probably Rodgers will start, obviously. So there you go, 13-4. Have that bye week? Yes. Win that divisional round game? Yes. To win the NFC Championship game? Yes. And do I expect this team to win the Super Bowl? Yes, I do. In the words of the late, great Kevin Green, it is time. So there you have it. That's how I have this season playing out. Let me know in the comments below where you think the Packers win, lose, what have you, how you think the season ends up. Where am I wrong? Where am I right? Let me know. And then please hit like on the video, subscribe to the channel, tell your friends, and tell your family. Cheesehead TV. We're devoted to Green Bay Packers fans worldwide.